selectively, I believe they have hacked the EVMs.
एक ही उंगली से कितनी बार बटन दबाया गया है?
कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए अब अपने दम पर सरकार बनाना लगातार मुश्किल हो रहा है.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of One Take. I come to you right in the midst of so much of action around me and also inside the parliament. So what next is going to happen inside the parliament? But before that, what really went wrong? What were Rahul Gandhi's big points which did not work at all? First and the most important of them all seems to be his insistence on the caste census.
कांग्रेस पार्टी की सरकार जाति जनगणना करेगी और ये जो 50% का आपने रिजर्वेशन पे दीवार लगा रखी है इसको हम तोड़ के उड़ा के फेंक देंगे. रिजर्वेशन को हम 50% से आगे ले जाएंगे. आप वनवासी हो, आप पीछे बैठो. ये बदलना है. बदलने का तरीका जाति जनगणना.
In a caste-ridden Maharashtra politics, Rahul Gandhi's calculation was that when I raise this entire issue of a need for a caste survey and how the poor people are not getting any benefits, it's going to click with the people as it did for Lok Sabha. That was his thought. That clearly did not happen because the BJP also successfully built up the other narrative is that he's going to take away the reservation should the MVA come to power. He tried to dispel that perception, but it obviously did not work. The second big issue which he consistently raised, he did one full-fledged press conference on it, was the issue of crony capitalism.
एक तरफ अदानी जी खड़े हैं, धारावी पे निशाना है, महाराष्ट्र की जो धन है उस पर निशाना है.
एक है तो सेफ है, ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी की महाराष्ट्र सरकार की स्ट्रेटजी है. हम आपको ये दिखाना चाह रहे हैं.
ये देखिए, एक है तो सेफ है.
He accused the BJP and the Prime Minister of caring only for a handful of corporates. The Adani issue came up repeatedly. Dharavi became the focal point of Rahul Gandhi's politics. But clearly the people of Maharashtra did not even bother to listen to him.
सेफ है तो कौन सेफ है? अदानी जी सेफ हैं. कष्ट किसको होगा? धारावी की जनता को होगा.
These have been the two big failures of Rahul Gandhi, plus the fact that wherever he campaigned, the Congress candidate did not seem to win. So this is what is going wrong as far as Rahul Gandhi's politics and election strategy is concerned, which is why now the BJP is up in arms to make the point that he is our best campaigner. Wherever he goes out and campaign, it only helps the BJP. But we are talking right from Vijay Chowk, which is where the parliament is right behind us. And what happened outside is going to have a deep impact on what is happening inside. Now, if you remember the time when the Prime Minister first came back after the last Lok Sabha elections, what happened then was that he seemed to be a little mellow because the opposition was gung-ho, and even though the BJP kept on making the point that they are celebrating as if they won the election, the opposition party said, okay, we have arrived. I think in the backdrop of the Maharashtra elections particularly, despite losing in Jharkhand, the BJP is going to be very upbeat.
हरियाणा के बाद महाराष्ट्र के चुनाव का भी सबसे बड़ा संदेश है एकजुटता कि 2014 में इन लोगों ने सरकार से जाते जाते दिल्ली के आसपास की अनेक संपत्तियां वक्फ बोर्ड को सौंप दी थी. एक है तो
You're already hearing those voices which came in from the Prime Minister first in his soundbite, consistently attacking the government. But more than that, there are those important bills which are going to come up. For example, the Waqf Board Amendment Bill. It's a contentious bill. Not everyone, even within the NDA, are on the same board. They have their reservations about it because it concerns their political vote bank, like say Nitish Kumar, who's going to be going to elections sometime next year. Of course, there is a Chandrababu Naidu factor as well. But the government wants to push through with the legislations to make the larger point that, you know, we are going to do our work, let the opposition say what they want to. But will the opposition parties be able to milk this opportunity? Because the Trinamool Congress is upset with the Congress, AAP too is not too happy, and neither is the Samajwadi Party. Soon the Uddhav Thackeray faction is going to start speaking out. The Sharad Pawar people are going to start speaking out. All of them are going to have a deep impact on the future of India bloc. So my big takeaway, and I want your take also on this from inside the parliament, is one, it's going to be easier for the government to have its way inside the parliament. They don't need to buckle under any pressure from the opposition. Opposition will raise its voice on Adani, Manipur, multiple issues, but they may not be on the same page. The noise may be there, but the substance may be missing. But more than that, the India bloc seems to be divided. That's my big take. And the future of the India bloc is now going to be in peril because the next Lok Sabha elections are still a long way ahead. But already the murmurs of discontent are becoming louder, they are becoming shriller. And there's a chilly or there's a frost within the India bloc. And Rahul Gandhi, even though there may be a Priyanka Gandhi Vadra beside him this time in Lok Sabha, may not have that kind of a spring in his steps which he had in the last session of Parliament. Thank you so much for watching, and do give in your responses on the social media timeline as always.